possibilities and everything I used to be out of reach. I'm back where I started, empty-handed and heavy-hearted, hanging on to memories. It feels like I'm stuck in the deep end, and I'm reaching out for help. Somebody tell me that I'll be alright. It's just a matter of time, a matter of time. Can somebody tell me in the dark to see the light?
Good morning, everyone. My name is Katie, and I am a fourth year first grade teacher. If you are new here, welcome to my channel. If you are not new here, welcome back to another new video. I decided to mix things up this week, and instead of bringing you a week in my life, I'm just going to film a day in my life. Today is Monday. It is the week before Easter, so we have a 4-day week this week, and I just thought I'd take you along and show you what today is like in the life of a first grade teacher. I've done a ton of week in my life videos in the last couple of months, and so if you're interested in watching any of those, I will link that playlist above in the cards so you can go check out some past vlogs. But I just thought mixing it up might be nice and showing you just one day instead. So I will talk while I'm getting ready. I'm currently about to curl my hair this morning. It is very early. I woke up super duper early because it's picture day, and so I was like, why not? I can curl my hair and then it'll be styled for tomorrow too. We can just do second day hair tomorrow with the curls. But also because the reason I'm up early is because this past Friday I took a sub day. I had to go to the dentist to get a filling done. So I took a day and it was really nice. The filling was actually done, like it was at 7:30 in the morning, so it was like super duper early. But I was done by like 8:30, which was really nice. And I'm glad I took the whole day though, because there was no way that I could have like gone to school and taught and talked because my mouth was like completely numb. So I had a sub on Friday, but I never went back up to my classroom. I kind of thought about it because I knew I was going to feel better in the afternoon. I was like, oh, I could go get stuff ready, but I never did. It was just a great Friday. I just relaxed. Something exciting happened that I might share with you guys on my channel later. So stay tuned, but it was just a really fun day. But that means today I've got to go in early because I do not know what the classroom looks like after my sub. And I've got to get ready for this week. Luckily, this week is only 4 days, so it shouldn't be too hard to get ready. But I do always like to go in a little bit earlier when I have subs before, because I'm like, the room could be a disaster. There could be a big long note that I need to read. I need to make sure all the papers that I need to grade, I like to just kind of set those aside so they're not in the way for my day. And then any student who was on their best behavior, I like to give them a sticker reward on their desk for their sticker chart. So I got to read the sub note and figure out who do I give stickers to for sticker charts, etc. So that's one of the reasons I am up super duper early to curl my hair and to check on my sub stuff. If you've been following along, you know that picture day today was actually rescheduled. It was supposed to be, I think 2 weeks ago, but we had like bad storms come through this area. And so there were a lot of students who didn't come to school that day because we were like under tornado and flood warning or whatever. And so they canceled it and rescheduled it. So I'm excited. It will be the first time I'm taking a class picture since my first year of teaching because of COVID. My second year, we were not in school to do our spring class picture. And then my third year, they did not do class pictures because of COVID. So I'm kind of excited to get a class picture this year. Ours is early in the morning. So I messaged all of my parents yesterday and I was like, hey, picture day is tomorrow. Our class picture is early. Make sure your student is on time. So hopefully everybody will be on time and be there for the picture. So I'm going to continue to curl my hair and get ready. And then I will check back in with you guys after I finished kind of like my morning routine here, and I am good to go at school.
That's what I set out to do, but I'm losing faith. I'm back in my mom's like I'm wasting time, or am I just too late? 'Cause it feels like I'm stuck in the deep end, and I'm reaching out for help. Somebody tell me that I'll be alright. It's just a matter of time, a matter of time. Can somebody tell me? You need the dark to see the light. It's just a matter of time, a matter of time. Don't need to pretend that you're fine. It's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of somebody tell me that I'll be alright. It's just a matter of time.
Okay, I made it in. I'm gonna walk around and turn on all of the things. I just glanced at the subnote this morning. It's okay. I'm not thrilled, but I do have some stickers to give out for people who were making good choices. And it looks like the sub used the magnets on the board to like, that we usually have on our wish well. It looks like she put those on like my oh yeah and oh oops to show like the students who were following directions and the students who were not, which is kind of clever. I like that. So I will deliver stickers accordingly and try to clean up. Here's like what the mess looks like on my desk. It's not too bad. So I will deliver stickers accordingly and try to clean that up.
I roll the possibilities and everything I used to be out of reach. I'm back where I started, empty-handed and heavy-hearted, hanging on to memories. It feels like I'm stuck in the deep end, and I'm reaching out for help. Somebody tell me that
All right, a couple things that I'll show you that I brought in today. First off, erasers. I took these home this past weekend and David helped me soak them in a bowl of water with dish soap. And this is about as clean as they would come. The blue ones we don't use as often, but that looks like way better. If you watched me use these in my last vlog, they were like black. So they've been soaked like 3 times, sent through the washing machine with a load of towels, and then they were dried. So they should be ready to go. So I'm gonna take the yellow ones and put the yellow ones in here. I only do the yellow ones in here for small group because otherwise they like fight and argue over what color. And like even this bright yellow one, I put that one in there one time and then they all like argued over who got the brightest yellow because that one was the cleanest. So I only put the yellow ones in there. The blue ones we usually save, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, let's do 7. The blue ones I usually save for if we're doing like activities around the room in little task box. I'll put those in there because then they can't see what color eraser is in the box. And yeah, so these are nice. They're from the Dollar Tree. If you've never seen these before, they're like little facial pad scrubbers. I've had these for, I think I got them my 2nd year teaching and I'm still using them. I got more last year, like the blue ones I got last year because we started doing individualized supplies, but they're great for marker board erasers. The next thing I brought in, that heavy box, is full of some primary journals. They were donated on my Amazon wish list. I'm so excited for these because I really want to do better at writing, which I'm going to talk more about writing in a little bit, but it's the primary lined journal on the inside. So cute. I don't know if I'm going to use them this school year because we only have like 6 weeks of school left, and so we won't fill that whole journal. And like I know that those kind of are like an investment. They cost a pretty penny. And so I want to make sure I get like really good use and I plan how I'm going to use them and not just feel like it's something haphazard that I'm trying to do at the end of the year. But I do have those, so I'm going to store those in here. And then the last thing is from Target. I went ahead this weekend and got my students end of the year gifts. I got everybody one of these little building block sets. I call them hashtag blocks. They're from the dollar spot. It's $1 each. My students love these. I have them for indoor recess in a container. And so I thought this would be a perfect end of the year gift, something they'd actually use and probably wouldn't just get tossed aside, might after a little bit, but at least for the beginning, they'll actually use them because I know they love to use them in my classroom. So check that off. All I gotta do is get like a cute little tag. I don't know if I should cover up the $1 thing. Does it really matter? So let me know. Should I like scribble out the $1 and put a tag on it, or just leave the $1 and put the tag on it? I don't know. So anyways, that's done. And give you your gifts, I have them. All right, next steps. I need to set out math journals for today, and then I need to head down to the copy room to get some copies. I put all of my papers from the sub in my Friday drawer, which is empty because we don't have school this next Friday, because I just don't have time to think about it this morning. I'm like thinking through how am I going to survive my morning and like making it through the beginning of the morning block. So that might be like an afternoon thing that I can look through. Plus I toss a lot of the papers away when we have subs, and I don't want to toss them in the trash cans when the students come in, and our trash is taken at the end of the day. So I will go through them later today and decide what I can keep and grade and what I can just toss. So yeah, I just kind of hid that. But I did get a sweet note from the sub saying that my plans were super organized and that she could tell that I put a tremendous amount of work into keeping my classroom organized and making those plans for her. And so she was grateful for that. So yay, that's a win. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get those few things, whatever I said, I'm gonna start getting those things done. Okay, I went down to the copy room and the copies were not done, which is okay. That just means our para was busy on Friday and was probably pulled somewhere else. So maybe she'll copy them this morning. Hopefully, because I kind of need some of them for math this afternoon. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, for today's vlog, I wanted to focus on, since usually in a week in my life, I kind of show you a little bit of everything, but this one's just a day in my life. Oh, my hair's stuck. I thought I would just walk you through what I'm doing in writing. So I was inspired by Maylene Call on YouTube. If you don't follow her, Miss Calls Campers, I will link her up in the cards. You need to go follow her because she's amazing. But I am in the same boat as her, where writing has just not been the kind of instruction that I want this year. We started out kind of, once we got into routine after August, like September and October, I did pretty good trying to squeeze it in before we did our rotations. And then we had a schedule change. We ended up getting more planning time, but it took away from my reading block. And so writing has kind of fallen off the deep end. We do write all the time. We write during phonics, we write at the teacher table, we do lots of writing, but not like writing stories. And so we have 6 weeks of school left, and I was like, okay, now is the time to do writing boot camp, because the phonics skills that we are working on this week and next week are kind of like phonics skills, like ones that you just kind of have to memorize anyways. Like this week, it's the irregular E-I-G-H, A-U-G-H, O-U-G-H, and those make a different sound in like every single word. So am I going to teach it and go over it? Yes. Is it still on my slides? So my hair's falling. Is it still on my slides and still on my homework sheet for my students? Yes. But am I going to like focus a whole lot of time on those phonics skills that are really just words you have to know and be exposed to so many times? No. So what I'm going to do during my reading whole group block is we're going to touch the sight words that we usually do. We're going to touch the phonics briefly, but then I'm going to focus on writing. So here's kind of what the rundown of my week looks like, and then I'll show you what the slides look like as well. Today we're going to introduce it. I have this wonderful book, which we actually did read in the fall, but I'm sure my students would not mind reading again because they loved it. It's called Ralph Tells a Story by Abby Hanlon, and it's a great one that shares how you can find story ideas. So today we're going to talk about what a narrative is, which we did do narrative in the fall, but we're reviewing because this is the easiest place to start, and some of these kiddos weren't here in the fall. And this is our writing boot camp. Like, we got to start from the beginning and just assume that anything we learned in September is gone because it's now April. So we're going to talk about narratives and getting narrative story ideas. We're going to read Ralph Tells a Story, and it's so cute. It talks about all of his different story ideas and how he comes up with the idea. I know they've listened to it before, but they'll probably even enjoy it more the second time around. And then today we're using these hearts, and we're going to put inside anything that we could write a story about. So things that we like, people that we know, things we like to do, things that we could write true stories about, and we're going to try to fill our heart with as many ideas as we can. This heart's going to be helpful for the next couple weeks of boot camp because it gives all their story ideas. That's all we're doing today. Then tomorrow, we're going to map out our stories. We're going to pick one idea from our heart, and I will model this and practice mapping it out. So I have a box for setting. and a box for characters, so we can say where was your story and who was in it. And then 3 boxes right here that we're just gonna do quick sketches to show what happened at the beginning, the middle, and the end. Just focusing on something quick, won't take very long. I'll kind of model what that looks like. I need to start thinking of some story ideas myself so I can model that heart today. But that's what we're gonna do on Tuesday. Let me show you the writing paper I'm using for Wednesday. So by the time Wednesday comes around, we are ready to start writing the pages to our story, and we have a page for each section. So we have a beginning page, a middle page, and an end page, so we can staple it together and make like a story. So here's what my writing paper looks like, freebie on TPT. I will link it in the description. I really like this writing paper. I'm out of like the thin kind, the one that like feels like it's from a workbook or whatever. I ran out. So this is the best I've got, and we still need primary lines. We are not ready for notebook paper. So this is what we'll be doing. I'm gonna model how we write 2 sentences about the beginning. We'll write it, we'll draw our picture about the beginning. So on Wednesday, we'll just focus on the beginning of our story. Then on Thursday, we'll focus on the middle of our story, and then it'll be going into next week that we'll do the ending, and then we'll staple it together, and I'll let them decorate like a cover, so it's like their little narrative story book. And then I'm gonna kind of address from there. Do we need to do narrative again? Which we probably will. We'll probably do one more narrative from our heart. But I also want to try to do opinion writing and then how-to writing before the end of the year. So there's a little blurb about what we're doing. Let me show you the slides so you can see kind of what it looks like in my whole group slides. Okay, here's what my slides look like. I have our usual days listed and then our phonemic awareness warm-up. So we will still do one of those. We'll talk about rhyming words today. We'll practice thinking of words that rhyme and listening to words and picking out the 2 that rhyme. Then we have our sight words for the week, so we will go over those 6 sight words, and then we're gonna switch over into writing instead of focusing on our phonics. We'll do our phonics at the teacher table today. So writer's workshop, why do we write? What can we write about? We'll do that as a turn and talk. Then I have an anchor chart about personal narrative, what a personal narrative is, how it's a story where you're the main character and you tell how you feel with the beginning, middle, and end, focus on a small moment, describe and use dialogue. So there's our personal narrative chart. Then here's exactly what we're doing on our paper. We're going to fill our heart paper with story ideas we could write true stories about right here. And then that's all I have for day 1. So day 2, we'll kind of do the same thing. We've got our phonemic awareness. We have our sight words. And then select one story idea from your heart with a partner, talk about your story and tell them all about your idea, then listen to their idea. Then here's the paper. We're going to map out our stories. Stories have characters, beginning, middle, and end, and I'll model how I do this on mine. Day 3, I put my phonemic awareness warm-up in there, our sight word practice in there, and then here's our Writing Superstar song, also from Miss Call's Campers. We'll practice writing the beginning of the story. We're going to write 2 sentences about what happened. Let's review what our sentences need. So we're going to use, I have this actual chart in my room. We'll review the things that a sentence needs before we start to write the sentences. And then day 4, phonemic awareness, sight words, and writing. It's all the same. We're going to practice writing the middle of our story, blah, blah, blah. So I kind of just laid it out on the slides to help me remember what bite-sized chunk we are doing every day. All right, y'all, that is all the time I have to share this morning. I'm gonna spend the rest of my morning getting ready. I am doing grade level plans for next week. So that's an extra thing on my to-do list this week. So I'm gonna go ahead and spend the rest of my time working on entering our grade level plans so I can get that checked off my list, and then making the rest of my to-do list so I know what I need to get done today. I feel a little, not out of sorts. I didn't think about school at all this weekend on Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. But I had planned to be out and I had planned to be ready to go when I came back on Monday. So I have everything ready. I'm just trying to get my brain back into teaching mode and into the routine. So I'm gonna look over my plans, do that stuff. I will check in with you guys at the end of the day. It is a Monday, and so we have our data meetings in the afternoons at the end of the day. But I will have time before then because I don't have duty. So I will have a little bit of time before then to check in. I'll let you know kind of how the day went. And then I'm excited for this data meeting because we're going over the results from our students' STAR early literacy test, and we've taken it 4 times. We took it our final time last week. So we're gonna kind of analyze the data there, and so I'm looking forward to that. Usually I'm not really looking forward to them, but today I am. So yeah, I will check in with you guys in the afternoon before that data meeting just to let you know how this wonderful Monday went.
It's just a matter of time. It's just a matter. It's just a matter of time. It's just a matter. I can write a song or two. That's what I set out to do. But I'm losing faith. I'm back in my mom's basement, and it feels like I'm wasting time. Or am I just
Okay, here's the true test. Do you think that I can talk to you guys while I'm grading at the same time? I don't know, but we're about to find out. And if I can't, I will just pause my grading for a second to chat about how the day went. It went. It's over. Man, was it a Monday. They were wild, but we're gonna start our writing tomorrow. But I hope you enjoyed seeing like an inside glimpse of the plans. Maybe I'll be able to show you in another week in my life vlog coming down the pipe, like maybe next week or the week after, how it's going and if I've adjusted anything. But that's like my game plan and how I'm doing it, explicitly rolling that out to do some extra writing practice. What did go well was math rotations. We're doing some review this week for our math. I shared this at the end of my last vlog saying that I just did not think my kids were ready for going on to the next chapter. So we're reviewing chapter 7. And I think that went really well, but I'm not gonna show you what I'm doing in this vlog because I feel like it would be extra super duper long. So what I'm gonna do is film another day in my life later this week and fill you in on all things math intervention that I've been doing. But let's just say I wish that I had been teaching math in small groups all year long. So if I'm in first grade next year and I'm still using this curriculum, that would be something that I'm gonna look into, is how can I teach this curriculum on a small group like schedule all the time, because I just felt like I had the attention of the ones who were at my table and they did pretty good doing their work elsewhere. So something, just a little food for thought for me there, but it's going well for our review. And I will share more about what that looks like in another vlog. What I'm gonna do is continue grading these papers because part of our math review requires a good bit of grading, but that's okay. I'm holding them accountable for what they did today. So I'm gonna finish up some grading. I'm trying to think if there was anything revolutionary. It was just the Monday of all Mondays. I'm stressed. I don't know if you can tell, very stressed. Like everything was just very hard and very labor intensive today. Let's just say that, like it took it out of me. So I'm still a little excited to get to do our data meeting this afternoon. So I'm gonna try to finish up this grading and speed through some of it. Oh, and I also got a package. Let me show you this. I got an email saying I had a package up in the mail and I was like, what in the world could this package be? It's from Colgate. And I think I registered for this like probably back in January, but that's fine because isn't it like February that's dental hygiene month? And so you could put in your class and how many students and what you taught, and they send free toothbrushes and stuff for your students. Let's open it up while we're sitting here for dental hygiene month. So this is way past dental hygiene month, but you know, since I've been going to the dentist a bunch, since I've been working on my dental hygiene, maybe I should teach these students a little bit about theirs, right? LOL at my life. Let's see what this looks like. And that was not a safe way to open this box. Don't try this at home, kids. Oh, wow. Okay. How cute. There's like a, the Adventures in the Molar System. So, oh, it shows you like a whole program. I didn't know it had like a whole lesson. Okay, I'm gonna have to like look into this. And maybe we can do this. This could be a great like end of the year thing that we do for like those last weeks of school and we're like literally just doing a bunch of review. Wow, so much stuff. Okay. So back from the molar system, the search for toothus, a big poster. Oh my gosh, it's like a toothbrush chart to say like I brushed my teeth in the day and in the night. Okay, we're totally gonna be doing this. And then inside are lots of little toothpastes and a lot of little toothbrushes for them. That's so fun. Okay, I will be looking into this a little bit more closely. What a fun like resource. Thanks, Colgate. Even though it didn't come during dental hygiene month, like that'll be really fun for me. I'll probably save it to like one of those last weeks of school when our content is like review. and we've done all the review that we can, but that would be like a really fun lesson to do and then send them home with their charts and that be part of their homework. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I did not think I'd be that excited. I thought it was just gonna be toothbrushes. Okay, that's all I got right now. So I'm gonna finish grading. That way I can make it to my meeting on time because I don't have a lot of time left and I really wanna finish this before I go so I don't have to come back to my room afterwards. So I'll just time lapse. You guys can follow me around while I do like my cleanup at the end of the day. Then I'll check in after my meeting. Update, they just made an announcement. They're about to test the fire alarms. Yay. They came in and like checked all the smoke detectors. Oh my goodness, this friend did not do his work. They came in and checked the smoke detectors today, but now they're gonna do like a test of the alarm. So in just a minute, it's like gonna blast my eardrums for the rest of my like grading session. So that'll be fun. Keep you posted.
Feels like I'm wasting time, or am I just too late? 'Cause it feels like I'm stuck in the deep end, and I'm reaching out for help. Somebody tell me that I'll be alright. It's just a matter of time, a matter of time. Somebody
Okay, now that my ears are totally ringing, like, oh my gosh, they're still ringing. I'm getting all of my things together. I put my student data in my backpack, so it's ready for the data drive-in. Got my water ready to go because I need to finish drinking that. Getting my lunchbox. Oh, there's my hand. Getting my lunchbox, and I have a big stack of things to be cut. Whoops, that were laminated that I need to cut at home. So I'm gonna take all of this down with me to my data meeting, and I will check in with you after. Okay, I'm getting in my car now, finally. The data meeting was pretty good. I definitely think it could have been shorter, but we got some good feedback on our data, could see kids who were growing. So that's good. That's really good. Now I'm gonna drive home. I'm so ready to be home. I'm ready to eat dinner at home. David and I are hosting Bible study at our apartment tonight. So when I get home, we're gonna eat and then make sure the house is clean. David's amazing though, so I'm sure he's already like started cleaning it because he's so great. So I'm sure he's already started. And then we're gonna have Bible study tonight. So time to go home. Okay, I'm finally home. My face is so red because my car was like super hot. I'm getting ready for dinner. Are you ready for this? Tyson frozen chicken patties. We're going super fancy tonight. So I'm about to preheat the oven to 400 degrees so I can have those like ready-ish by the time David gets home from work. I didn't realize he was still at the office when I left, but he texted me on my way home, said he's on his way home now. So I'm gonna heat those up, get our dinner ready, and I'm like starving, like literally starving. It's not even 5 o'clock yet, but it's gonna be ready because I'm about to like eat the whole pantry. Okay, that is the end. We're about to start Bible study at home. We just went on a nice little walk. So I'm gonna go ahead and close off my vlog here. Thank you guys so much for joining me for a day in my teacher life. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up and click subscribe so you don't miss any future videos, and I will see you guys in the next one.
dark to see the light, it's just a matter of time.